Let's travel back into 1964, when Marvel Comics was in the middle of redefining superhero storytelling. Picture a simpler world, but one buzzing with imagination, where every trip to the newsstand was an adventure. Marvel wasn't just publishing comics, it was building a universe, a connected world of heroes, villains, and everyday struggles that felt as real as they were fantastic. Take Spider-Man, for example. In 1964, the Amazing Spider-Man was just gaining traction, and Peter Parker wasn't just fighting supervillains, though his first encounter with the Green Goblin in issue number 14 was unforgettable. He was also dealing with high school, helping Aunt May, and scraping by as a freelance photographer. Stan Lee and Steve Ditko gave us a hero who felt human. For the first time, readers saw themselves in a superhero. Meanwhile, the Fantastic Four were redefining the term epic. Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm weren't just a team, they were a family. Whether they were battling Doctor Doom or travelling to the moon in Fantastic Four number 13, their stories were bursting with cosmic grandeur thanks to the explosive creativity of Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Over in the Avengers, Marvel assembled its mightiest heroes, Thor, Iron Man, Hulk, Ant-Man, and Wasp, to face threats no single hero could tackle alone. And 1964 was a landmark year for them. Why? Because Avengers number 4 thawed out the legendary Captain America. Seeing Cap emerge from the ice, carrying the weight of his past while stepping into a new era, was a moment that gave readers chills. Speaking of teams, Marvel had another group making waves, the X-Men. Still in their infancy in 1964, they were already laying the groundwork for something special. Under Professor X's guidance, these young mutants were more than just heroes. They were a metaphor for society's struggles with prejudice and acceptance. Magneto, their main foe, wasn't just a villain. Even in those early days, you could sense there was depth to his character, a tragic complexity that would only grow in the years to come. And the artistry. Jack Kirby's dynamic layouts, Steve Ditko's surreal, moody designs, it was groundbreaking. Comics weren't just pulp entertainment, they were a visual feast, a medium that blended storytelling and art into something truly unique. What set Marvel apart in 1964 wasn't just the action, it was the heart. These weren't gods on pedestals, they were heroes with doubts, flaws, and personal struggles. Readers connected to their humanity. Peter Parker worrying about his aunt's health, Ben Grimm lamenting his rocky form, or Captain America grappling with being a man out of time. It was all so relatable. 60 years later, those stories still resonate. The characters we now see on the big screen, known by millions around the globe, were just finding their way back then. Marvel wasn't just telling stories, it was creating a legacy, a foundation for what would become a cultural phenomenon. So, as we look back on 1964, let's marvel, pun intended, at the creativity and passion that launched an entire universe. It was the year heroes became human, stories became timeless, and Marvel cemented its place in the hearts of fans forever.